Hi, and a very warm welcome to today's Yin Yoga sequence. My name is Gaia, and we'll be working on a lovely full body sequence. This is an all levels practice, and you will need 2 blocks for today. We'll begin in a butterfly. So sit nicely on your sitting bones. Bring your feet together. You decide how close in or how far away you want to have your feet. You can grab hold of the feet at first. Lengthen through the spine. See if you can open your knees to the sides. We're not forcing anything here. And if you notice that your low back is rounding, you can simply roll the edge of your mat, sit on this, and it's going to assist you in keeping your back straight. Just a few breaths here. And then we will fold down. First hinging from the hips, keeping a low back just for a tiny bit, and then just allow yourself to naturally curve. Just go where your body wants to take you today. You don't have to go deep to feel the benefits here. And just round your spine, relax your head. You can also turn your palms towards the ceiling so that you're really not forcing this forward fold here. Breathe and enjoy. Begin to deepen your breath to signal your body that we are about to move. And then you can use your hands to gently roll yourself back up, making sure that the head is the very last to straighten. Take a moment here with your spine nice and long. And then just extend your right leg out to the side, half butterfly. You decide how wide you want your leg to be. And we'll just turn towards our extended leg. You can flex or point the toes. Just choose what works for you. And again, we're folding down here. We don't have to go very deep. Just go where your body wants to take you today. Breathing nice and deep. Make sure that you fill your left side body with air. Really focus on your breath. how it feels in your body. And allow yourself to passively curve. It doesn't matter how high up you are or how low. Just enjoy this. And gently roll yourself back up. Face forward, and we'll just switch legs to our half butterfly on the other side. This time, the left leg is extended out. Make sure that you're sitting on both sitting bones, and then turn towards your left leg. And just allow yourself to fold down. Again, we are keeping this very gentle. We're not forcing anything, just going where our bodies want to take us today. Breathing, especially in our right side body right now, complementing the stretch with some extra air. And we'll stay here again for around a minute. And gently roll yourself back up. Come into Sukhasana, your easy seat, just for a moment. Lengthen through the spine. Take a few breaths here. And then come into tabletop position. So on all fours, your knees are under the hips, wrists under the shoulders. And just walk your hands out in front of you, coming into your melting heart, making sure that the hips continue to remain stacked over your knees. You can keep a slight engagement in your core here if you want a deeper stretch, but you can also be a bit more passive. Keeping your spine nice and long, feeling the stretch through your armpits. That even as we stretch, your shoulders are not creeping up towards your ears. Your neck remains long here. And I want you to breathe into both sides of your ribs now. Really fill up all of that space with air, even on the back. And let's just enjoy this in silence for a few more moments. Gently walk your arms in, lifting yourself up, and come to sit on your heels. Again, take a moment here, just settling into stillness. And then bring your weight forward onto your fingertips and tuck your toes behind you. You can manually adjust the pinky toes. And here you have options. Either you remain just like this, being upright in your toe stretch, or you can lean forward to lessen the intensity because our feet can be a bit intense when we stretch them. So you choose if you have to support yourself with your fingertips or even your palms, if you have to take off more of the weight, that is perfectly fine. If you're good sitting on your heels, nice and upright, that is perfect. And remember, you can always use the support of your hands, always. Hi, Makaba. My dog is making a pass here. And if you want to go a bit further, you can also add the arms. This is something that I really enjoy doing, bringing them behind your back in Anjali Mudra, so prayer hand position. Make sure that you're not flaring through the ribs, but really tuck them in. Your shoulders are nice and low, moving away from your ears. If Anjali Mudra is perhaps a bit much, you can also just grab yourself by the elbows here and remain like this. We're just going to be here for a little while longer, taking 3 more very deep breaths in this pose. And release. Come onto all fours and just pedal out the feet. We're going to come into a child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart, and just lower your chest and forehead down to your mat. Relaxing here, enjoying ourselves. Again, see if you can perhaps breathe into your back space here. Really feeling those ribs expand to the sides and filling up the space in the sides and on your back.
Deepen your breath, and then gently roll yourself up back to kneeling. I'm going to do one more thing for our feet. This isn't going to be a long hold, but it's really nice to stretch the tops of our feet as well. Just walk your hands slightly behind you and see if you can lift up your knees while keeping your back straight. Don't have to go really high up. It can look like this for you. Just go again to the range that is available to you today and this moment. Just stretching a bit through the tops of our feet and release. Amazing. Just come lie down on your belly. Come into Sphinx pose. Elbows are under the shoulders. Your palms are flat on the floor. Press through the tops of your feet. The feet are around hip width distance apart. And press down through your pubic bone as well, just so that we really protect the low back. And then roll your shoulders down and away from your ears. Shine the chest forward. And breathe here. Gently release the pose. Bend your right elbow. You can place your forehead on your hand and then bend the left knee and grab a hold of your left foot, bringing it close to your glute. Just getting a nice stretch through the front of our thigh. And even though we are holding onto our foot, just make sure that your shoulders are relaxed here. And gently release your foot. Just gonna switch sides. So this time bring your right leg in close to your glute. Again, making sure there is no tension in your shoulders, that you are feeling the stretch in the front of your thigh. And breathe. And gently release the hold of your foot. And press up into tabletop. Now here you might want to use your blocks, so make sure that they are within reaching distance. And first I want you to step the right leg in between your hands, coming into your low lunge. And option one is to stay here. You can also use the blocks to really keep that length in your low back. Even as you're having very heavy hips, the hips are moving down, but the low back is extending. So this is one version. The other version is to be here, but to come down onto your forearms and remain like this. The third option I wanted to give you is to move your foot towards the edge of the mat, open the foot, and press into your knee, opening up. You can also add another quad stretch here by bringing the back foot up and grabbing a hold of it with your right hand, looking up. Just choose what your body desires right now. We won't be here for very long. This is going to be one of our shorter poses in this sequence. So just choose what works for you. Just take one more deep breath wherever you are. And then come back into a standard low lunge. If you are already here, that is perfect. You can use your blocks for this one as well. We're simply going to extend the front leg and bend into the back leg, coming into our half splits. You can keep your arms on the blocks or on the floor, on your mat. As you bend over that front leg, keep your foot flexed here to promote more stretch. And you don't have to do it actively. You don't have to press forward with your torso. You can just allow it to round. Breathing here, enjoying this pose. And then just bend into that front leg. Come back into tabletop. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So again, make sure that your blocks are within reach. Bring your left leg forward into your low lunge. Again, you can just stay here. This is option 1. If this feels nice, this is perfect. You can be here, but with blocks, using the support of the blocks to extend your back even more as you sink your hips down. If you want to, you can absolutely lower yourself down onto your forearms here and enjoy this version. Or you can open up your foot to the side of the mat, roll on the edge of the foot, press into your left knee and look up. Or add a quad stretch by lifting the back foot and grabbing a hold of your back foot. Choose what works for you. Again, we won't be here too long. And release. Wherever you are, come back into your basic foundational low lunge. You can absolutely use the blocks here as we move back into half splits. So extending the front leg, bending into the back leg, either remaining here. I have to adjust myself a little bit because my left leg can stretch more than my right. Either you can remain on your blocks or with your hands down on the mat. Flex your foot, and you can allow your spine to naturally curve here. Really getting into our hamstrings with this stretch. Take one more breath in this pose. And then bend into the front knee. Bring it back into tabletop. Sit down on your mat. Bring your legs out in front of you. Flex your feet, and we're going to move into a caterpillar. If you notice that your low back here is rounding, you can always roll the back of your mat, sit on that roll, and it's going to naturally tilt your pelvis forward. You can also assist your glutes a bit manually here. I find that this helps so much with the tilt. And just hinge at the hip at first, just a tiny bit with a straight back, and then allow yourself to naturally curve down. Breathe, relax, allow your body to take you where it wants to go. Take one more deep breath here, and then very slowly roll yourself back up. Take a moment once you arrive. Then just bend at your knees. Scoot a little bit forward so that you can lie down on your back. Make sure that you have one of your blocks handy here. I'm just going to do a very lovely supported bridge. So first, get ready for bridge pose. Your heels are very much planted on your mat. You can measure the right distance by extending your arms by your side, and the heels should be roughly in line with the tips of your fingers. And then really press through your feet. Engage the core, the glutes, hug through your inner thighs, and then grab your block. I almost had my block too far, so don't do that. And just place it under your pelvis, under your glutes, so that your back is nicely supported. We don't want any compression in your low back here, because we want you to really fully relax. Really place your weight on this block. And so no compression, just a very lovely, pleasant sensation here. You can keep your arms by your side with the palms turned up towards the sky. And if you want to, if you feel like it, you can also extend your legs long. This creates a deeper stretch through your hip flexors, but it also creates a bit of a back bend here. So really choose what feels nice for your body right now. And we'll settle here for a little while, really just enjoying ourselves to the fullest. Take another nice deep inhale in through the nose, breathing deep into your belly, and exhale with a loud sigh or moan if that feels good to you. Now, if you are doing the variation with the legs extended, first bend your right knee and bring your foot to the mat. Bend the left, bring the foot to the mat. And then everybody press through your feet, engage the glutes, your inner thighs, and remove the block. Then slowly roll yourself back down. And just extend your legs long for Shavasana. Really claim as much space as you want to here. Really settle against your mat. Create some length in the back of your neck. And relax, enjoy, integrate, rejuvenate, restore. You can remain in Shavasana for longer if that feels good to you. But if you're ready to come out, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. You can take a nice deep stretch if that feels good. And then just roll onto one side. Taking your time and using your arms to press yourself back up into a seat. So let's all meet here and bring your hands together at the heart in Anjali Mudra. We're just going to close our practice with gratitude. First, thank yourself for coming to this practice today, for spending time on your mat with yourself in stillness, nourishing your body, your nervous system, your mind, and your spirit. Now just think of one thing that you can have gratitude or appreciation for in your day. What is the first thing that comes to mind that you're thankful for?
And I want you to focus on it for just one deep breath in through your nose and a deep breath out through your nose as well. And see if you can hold this emotion, this sensation of gratitude, of appreciation, even as you come off your mat and into your life as well. Thank you.